This is a recording of a Husqvarna 145B fuel line replacement. I went to Lowe's and the other one, Home Depot, and bought these generic fuel lines. You can see it's out of focus, but the fuel lines that they sell in a standard repair are all 1/16 inside diameter by 1/8 outside diameter, or 3/32 inside diameter by 3/16 outside diameter. And so you end up with hoses that are like this, only there's a foot. I cut these to length. And they're fuel resistant. Now here's the ones that were old. You can see this is not even flexible anymore, and this is the fuel pickup line, and you can see where it was in the fuel, it's very flexible, but when you come out here where air gets to it, you could just crush it with your fingers, break it. So I actually lost track of which one. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Nope. Yeah. Of which one was which. Here, there's two of them coming, two lines coming out of the carburetor. But if you press on the little primer button, you can see this one is sucking, and this one is dumping the fuel out. So this one is the one with the fuel pickup, and this just dumps the extra fuel back into the fuel tank. And there's this black fitting that goes in there, and both the holes are the same size in this. At first it didn't look like it. So where do I drop this thing in here? I was going to show this. Here we go. So there might have been some kind of coupling inside here that couple the two between the pickup and the line that went up to the carburetor. But I just cut this on an angle here, and I was able to thread it all the way through so it's the same piece. Then I detached this, the black piece, from this, and it was on with this little circle clip sort of thing, which is about impossible to get it on. So what I did is, I build aircraft. I got some stainless steel tie wire, and I put a loop around there and tied it off. So it probably won't come off anyway. And this is not easy to get on. What I had to do is take a pair of pliers and put it in the end and stretch it repeatedly, and then still it wasn't easy at all to fit over the end. And I'll need to do, I did that with this piece up here, but this is my first experiment, and I thought I was just going to shove this in the end and everything would be good, but then the fuel line dropped off, and so that made me have to pry this thing up. It's kind of old. It wasn't easy. I had to grab the edge with a pair of needle nose pliers, two pair of needle nose pliers, and gently pry it up out of the top of the fuel. Can you see that? The fuel, there's a hole in the top of the fuel container. So now I'm going to have to stretch this and put it on, and then attach this line and it will go in this one of these other holes, and it will just dump fuel down in there when you're priming. Okay, for this repair, for both of these tubes, I use this, I think it's Tygon, but it's the clear-ish yellow tube, and this grommet seal that fits in the top of the tank. Both of those holes are the same size. I connected the fuel pickup line, which you can tell by pressing on the primer which one pulls the vacuum and the other one pushes the fuel out. I passed those two lines through here, made the connections. I used a little piece of stainless tie wire to tie them on, and we'll simply push this grommet back into the fuel tank and we'll be ready to go. All right.